My work, will that stay? We're alive. We're alive. I'm gonna twiddle my thumbs. Instead of twiddling my thumbs, why don't I crank out a big set? Huh? Time to work out, but something crossed my mind as I have my phone with me. I'm thinking, let's talk about something. Let me use a metaphor that, let me breathe here. Let me use a metaphor. First of all, what are we even today? I don't have a mic, I hope you guys can hear me. The message is pretty good today. Actually, to me, it completely relates, but I want to, first of all, I want to know what day it is. Tuesday, happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Tuesday morning, 10:10-ish, well, 10:09 a.m. Eastern time. Hello, everyone. Okay. I'd like to talk about my experience with the Ollie Kick-Flip and how I find it completely relates to how business is, even life, but I'm going to talk about it in a business sense. What do you guys think of my gym shoes? Not bad? Let me crank out a set, then I'll get into the subject matter. How about that? How about that for shiny object syndrome? Shiny 100-pound syndrome. Crank it out, Mark. Come on, come on, come on. I'm being sarcastic. Just crank this out quick. All right. Since there's a lot of workout videos online, I thought I'd just throw that in. All right, Ollie Kick-Flip. I used to be a skater boy. Back in the day. And there's something in skateboarding called an Ollie. Who knows this? Who knows this? Who is a skater boy or a skater girl? Skateboarding. Anyone? An Ollie is when, there's a point to this. I ain't no skater boy no more. Old man problems, right? Check it out. When you do an Ollie in skateboarding, you just slap the tail of the board and jump. For those of you tuning in, we're having a little skateboarding lesson. Here's the thing, the Ollie back in my day was a huge deal. It was a huge deal. It's like, if you could Ollie onto a picnic table, you were kind of the cool kid on my block. So Ollieing a foot high was a big deal to start with. Then we got into Ollieing onto picnic tables. I don't need to get into too many tricks, but picnic tables high enough, then Ollieing over fire hydrants was the big deal. Not as Copus. You guys remember that guy? Without going into details, the Ollie was a big deal. And now I know all the kids today are doing Ollie Kick-Flips. No problem, it's a piece of cake for them. But in my day, it was not. That's just the way it is, right? I don't want to give away my age, but we're going back let's say between 20 and 30 years, closer to 30 years ago. So an Ollie Kick-Flip is when you do an Ollie, you slap your tail, but you kind of tap the side of your board with your foot so that the board does a full rotation, a full spin on the side, like a roll. It does a full roll while you're in the air, and then you hope that it comes flat and you land on your board. I've seen more wipeouts back in my day with the Ollie Kick-Flip than anything else. Back in my day. Because you had to commit. You have to know how to do an Ollie first. The committing to an Ollie, probably not the live you're looking for, but listen guys, this is important. it just relates to kind of how I'm breaking through in business. And it's it's a perfect comparison to me. So I'm sharing about me. When everyone was trying the Ollie, if you screw up an Ollie, your foot might go off the board, you might fall on your ass, you might bruise up a knee. It wasn't as bad as committing to an Ollie Kick-Flip. Because an Ollie Kick-Flip, some of the most common things are you'd land on the side of your board and then you could hit the back of your head on the concrete. That's a non-moving Ollie Kick-Flip. Actually, moving Ollie Kick-Flips are easier. I don't need to explain why. Those of you who skate, you know this. So, as you try the Ollie Kick-Flip, it's kind of like there's no practice. It's like you got to just do it and fall, do it and fall. The practice is falling. Those of you who skate or used to skate, you know the Ollie Kick-Flip is like the first time you land it, it's kind of like doing a helicopter on skis, a 360. You never really landed, but when you landed, you're like, something just clicked. Because you had the taste of it. You're like, holy crap, you broke through. You broke through, not without a lot of pain. So here's what happened to me. I just got persistent. I got pissed off. At the time, I liked a girl. Doesn't it always come down to a girl, guys? Doesn't it always come down? I should crank out another set since we're in this. Excuse me. Since we're talking about girls, y'all, beach season is right around the corner. That's a joke. I'm just old man problems, got to keep in shape. Excuse me for a second if you don't mind. Let's do this. Let's crank it out, Mark. Focus. Oh. Beautiful, baby. I'm talking to myself when I say baby. Okay, so I kept falling and falling and falling in the kickflip. Let me breathe. Let me breathe, folks. And here's what happened. Once I started landing the kickflip, I was getting the girls. In other words, I started getting attention. And then I just kept doing it. And once I cracked through that initial, oh my God, I heard myself so many times, guys, trying to land this thing. And even when I started landing it, every time I would do it in the beginning, it was literally like, oh, we may have a guest. No, morning, good morning. I would have kept going. It was literally like, after a while, it was like second nature. It was so easy. So then I upped my level of kickflips by doing it off stairs. And I want you to think of this kind of like in the marketing world. Not much different. In business, not much different, especially the marketing world and personal branding and sales, the stuff that I do. It's so tough at the beginning, but once you break through it, you get the traffic. You get the attention you want. You get people coming to you, and you start generating leads. It was just kind of like my gauge to people getting attention. You get more attention. There you go. And then how you channel that is up to you. But the reason I compare it to a kickflip is because getting there was extremely painful for me. I'm going to talk specifically about doing this stuff. I still revisit the video thing because the video thing was not, I say this often, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again because so many people that I speak to on a daily basis, their fear is the video thing. And doing videos, like I'm chatting with you guys, I'm going to check out the comments in a sec. Like I'm chatting with you guys was so out of my realm. it was not freaking happening. Like it wasn't even a consideration. And I suck at them. I suck at them. My comfort level's there. I'm not nervous anymore. But the only way I did that was just like the Ollie Kick-Flip. I went through some painful times where I had to do a video because I committed to doing a video, and then I just did it, and I think it was some of the most stressful times, to be honest with you guys, getting on a video. Live was a whole different kind of nervousness, but even filming it on camera, a pre-recorded video, mostly live. Live is the weirdest thing. Was the weirdest thing. I would climb up, my insides were turning inside out, almost not unlike falling on an Ollie Kick-Flip. Not unlike it at all. But after pushing through, and I think nailing my first video was a training I did, oh God, two or 3 years ago, when I first did a training in front of like 1,000 people. And I was gonna say repercussions. The after effect of that, I was like, holy shit, this is just like I'm thinking now, it's just like when I landed my first kickflip. I was like, whoa. Because I remember when I landed my first kickflip, we were at Hillel High School. It's like a Jewish high school where I grew up. And I was with a bunch of buddies and they saw me landed and I was moving and it was like, wow! Everyone started cheering. And that's kind of how I was cheering to myself, along with a bunch of people that were thanking me in the group that night. And I was like, wow, I gotta nail this video thing. It's so powerful. That's like my first time. That was my first time in front of 1,000 people live, 1,200 or 1,300. I remember the number because I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of freaking people. That made me even more nervous. So as I went through this, I kind of just kept doing those kick flips, kept doing those videos, kept sharing value. Like in my kick flips, I add some style to it. I'd add my own flavor. Like I would do it off stairs. I would do it in, you know, add some style. If you're a skater, you know about adding your own style. And so I kind of got same kind of feeling with video. Now, here's what's gonna happen. You're still gonna fall. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall hard. And it's gonna kind of hurt more because the level of my kick flips were getting intense. I was doing it off 10 stairs at one point. I'm still gonna fall. Except when I fall on an Ollie kickflip that's just on pavement, or I'm at the National Archives in Ottawa, Ontario, going full speed ahead, ollieing off 10 stairs doing a kickflip. If I don't land that, it's not pretty. And that kind of relates to this. When I screw up now, I screw up big. I really do. Well, yeah, I'm playing with a lot of money now and playing with a lot of stuff right now. Big thing, big boy things and big girl things. That if I screw up, one bad comment, I'll lose a ton of audience members, but that's okay. I'm not as concerned about that. I'm more concerned in my missteps in business now. They're huge when I screw up. And if I compare it to the Ollie kickflip, when I nailed the kickflip, I just kept increasing the difficulty, increasing the trick, like making I would never stay. I remember this. I kept moving forward. I was basically sponsored by Team Boardwalk before I really hurt myself, and I had to pack up my skateboarding career. But for the longest time, skateboarding was going to be my career. I pushed it. Unfortunately, in skateboarding, you can really hurt yourself if you go really, really, really big. And I couldn't, because of my ankle, I couldn't do the same moves anymore. And I guess I didn't want it that bad. So, in entrepreneurship, you'll keep falling, and you just got to keep getting up, and I'm not going to pack it in this time. Because last year, there were so many times where I said, kind of like when I stopped my skateboarding career, because I really effed myself up, Well, this last year was pretty brutal. The things you guys don't see. And it would be a lot easier for me, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. It would be a lot easier for me now at this point in my career to do it all for myself. It would. I opened up a university in August. It officially launched. This morning, I woke up to like 62 affiliates. Those are all the new free affiliates. We're getting like over 50 brand new free affiliates a day now. Platinum partners upgrades every day now. Multiple. And I'm like, and welcome platinum partners. I wish I remembered your names. I saw you get processed this morning, but the free affiliates are freaking me out because the free affiliates upgrade. Here's my point. Because of the challenges of building this university and the stuff you guys don't see, I'm taking a lot of falls like on the kickflip. And I'm doing a lot of things at once. I'm taking falls a bit everywhere, but some of the falls I've taken wanted me to not pack it in, but wanted me to, I got a couple of buyers, by the way, just so you know, pretty significant offers for Branding University already. Just because when I built Branding University, a little off topic, let me just do another set, if you guys don't mind. Don't want this live to distract me from, the beach body coming up. Just kidding, just kidding. Just want to be healthy. One sec. There we go. Good boy, Mark. Good boy. Get that last one out. I got a couple of significant offers. Not what I'm looking for, even close, but I built Branding University. I learned this from a couple of people. Mark Cuban, mostly, but a little bit of Tony Robbins, too. When you build a company, build it with an exit strategy in mind. Doesn't mean you're going to sell it, but build it with, make sure the building blocks are in place so that it's easy to put up a public offering or get a buyer involved where your lawyer can easily sell your business if that's what you want to do. With Branding University, it had to be built that way because it's an educational platform. I didn't mean to go in this direction, but it's kind of important. It's an educational platform that sells. Educational platforms sell for more money than you can even fathom. I mean, I won't get into it, but depending on the user base, the frequency of the membership model, how many people are residually paying up, and there's so many factors, but educational platforms, I'm going to bring it up again. LinkedIn bought lynda.com, which was a language training thing, but after diving deeper when they bought Lynda, it wasn't that much different than what we're building here. Except our niche is personal branding and online marketing. Personal branding, Branding University. So when Lynda sold for $1.3 billion with a B, and Lynda was still able to be involved as like an employee, and LinkedIn would plug in all their users into that, that's like Lynda took $1.3 billion and said, okay, this is a nice little payday, let's keep working, let's keep doing what we do. That kind of stuff happens all the time. And educational platforms, there are more billionaires that own educational platforms, and you would never even know they're billionaires. Like, I forget the names, but someone organizes tours in the UK. Tours. Would you like to come to the UK? You want to get a canoe here? You want to do this? Those kinds of businesses. Yeah, I mean, that's his business. That's his educational platform, and he's a billionaire with a B. So I'm like, of course that's going through my mind as I'm building an educational platform, and I'm an entrepreneur. So the way our traction is picking up, the way geometric progression is kicking, business people see that. because it was built with an exit strategy. So business entities see that. So I've been contacted already a couple of times with some pretty crazy offers, considering where we are and where I know we're going to be in a year from now. I know where we're going to be in a year from now. It's not going to be what you see today. So I'm like, hell no. I'm like, no. But there were times, like the Ollie Kick-Flip, where I wanted to pack it in. I did. But I know if I power through this, what's going to happen. It's gonna be worth a lot more. And I'll still be involved, guys, but we are gonna eventually sell. But it's gonna be for a big amount. I just won't be the owner. I'll be the CEO. Is that okay? I'll still be the dean. But here's my point. I wanted to pack it in. I wanted to pack it in, sell it for what I could a few times. I had the glimpse of doing that. But I got a problem. I started falling in love with you guys. I did. With everyone. With people. Something I'm not... Good morning. Good morning. I started falling in love with you guys and started caring. I'm a pretty hard-nosed business guy. I'm not in a relationship for a reason. Nothing's more important to me than business. And money, I'm not so sure about the money. Yeah, but after a certain amount, once you know how to make money online, you're not so tied onto how much you have in the bank. Mind you, yeah, I guess you are a little bit. Yeah, of course you are. But you're more concerned about the skill of making money instead of having the money. Make sense? Like I could be broke tomorrow and I'd be like, no problem, this is the money. I'll build something and I'll build a funnel and there we go. Time to cash it in again. So where my shift has come, or why I persist, what kept me going for the kickflip, what kept me going to keep trying to master the Ollie Kick-Flip was the ladies and the attention and possible sponsorship from Team Boardwalk, because I needed skateboarding sponsorship if I wanted to make it a career. So those were my motivators. When I do these businesses, such as Branding YOUniversity, my motivator was money, to become possibly sell it for at least $100 million, get a good head start on the B, right, on the billion. So that was kind of like my vision. That's why I built it with an exit strategy. But what I didn't realize was that paying out 400 people last month did something to me. It gave me a little bit of a different motivator. And I used to think it was bullshit when people used to say, I'm doing this because I want to help people. I'm like, yeah, nice try. You're doing it because, that sounds good on you to help people. It sounds good and it makes you more money. That's for damn sure. But the truth is, speaking from a guy who I like to think I'm pretty transparent, I like to think I'm pretty authentic, it is a pretty freaking crazy feeling. I must admit. How can I say this? I don't want to make it sound like I'm bragging about it, but I mean, it's one of the proudest things. One of the things I'm the most proud of is that I actually sent cash to 400 people, and that's going to go up, 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 and up. And if I cash this thing in, they're going to get rid of the free affiliate program for sure. That does not serve the company. They may not think it serves the company. I know what it's doing. It's an acquisition model. They get more free affiliates in, they promote, they get more free affiliates, and I see it happening, and I see myself paying out a lot of friggin' money to a lot of friggin' people in the next year. It's going to happen, and that is what's keeping me going, because I gotta tell you guys, if I did not spend all the time so much time on trying to put food on your tables, that's become kind of one of my primary goals right now. I'm so not worried about myself. It's not even funny. Like, money, for me, I don't even think about it anymore. It's not even a thought. It's transferred over to getting you guys to make money. Isn't that wild? It's pretty wild. I was all about me for a long time. And I still am in the sense that I have to guard my time, but that's the kickflip that I have to master. I have to master that kickflip. Once somebody could come into Branding University and have a step-by-step, I'm working on it, it's going to be there. As soon as they sign up for free, they know how to get their affiliate back office, they know how to learn, create their own personal brand in whatever niche they have. They know how to promote it so they could get a little bit of an income coming in so they could fuel their business, get their autoresponder paid, get their webinar platform paid, create their first course. This is going to be so streamlined that once people can come in and with basically no support or leadership except digital videos, such as like a step-by-step process, it's almost an automatic flow, I will have landed that kickflip. All over the place today, right? All over the place. I was all over the place. I went here, but the one thing I'm not going to veer off of is I'm doing another set, yo. Set number 4 or 5. Stop counting. And this is it, then I'm going, then what am I doing? Back today. Doing back today. Chest and back. Okay, one more set. Then I'm going to call it quits with probably a closing thought. Marco, very well done, Marco. Very well done, Marco. Good morning. Good morning. So guys, my closing thought will be breathe. My closing thought will be this. When I compare business to an Ollie Kick-Flip, it's almost exactly the same. It's going to be painful, specifically doing video, because there is none of this stuff. If you're better at text, do text. I'm going to tell you what I think. If you're better at blogging with text, do blogging with text. If you're better with the spoken word, just do the spoken word. That works. It worked. Yeah, they all work. But nothing's like video. Nothing's like video. Nothing is like video. I do this video, I send it to Rev, I got myself the transcript. There's my text. I take out the sound clip, this is a friggin' podcast. 3 mediums in one, and then I got video. So instead of doing a blog text, do the video, do your video and edit it if you want. I don't want to get into content creation. Gary V's got an 87-page deck that explains that very well. Good morning. Okay, now it's starting to pack in fast. People are getting their gym clothes on. Actually, I better not say it because she may be watching my stuff online. Yeah, I better not say it. Someone may come in here that it could get interesting. She's about my age. No, she's about my age. I was gonna say she's about my age, 25-ish. I'm 46, and I sincerely said that. Like, she's about my age. Like, mentally, I feel like I'm 25. It's not freaked out. It's not weird. So there we go. Morning babble. We did it. Half an hour of like nonsense. All to say that business is like a kickflip. You're gonna fall. You're going to trip, you're going to fall over. But once you nail it, you will get rewarded in ways that are unreal. Just like when I started landing the kickflip. It was unreal. Mark's here, Marco's here, Marco's here. Do a kickflip off the stairs, Mark. And the girls would be, I'd swoon the girls with my skills. It was the same idea, not except not with the girls here. But as far as success goes, you guys get it. Oh, hey, Nacho. Oh, you guys gotta see Nacho Libre, guys. Oh, if he comes back, I'm gonna turn around. Who likes Nacho Libre? Nacho Libre. He's in our condo here. Hopefully my pants are not falling. So I'm putting these bad boys away for now. Alright guys. We're good? Okay. So inappropriate. Sometimes I forget how many people are going to see this over time, right? Because this is going to get syndicated. Business is like a kickflip. Okay, I'm just hanging out. Since I'm doing my workout, I'm just chatting, but have an amazing, amazing, amazing Tuesday. And I will see you guys. There he is. What's up, buddy? That's the man. That's the man with the connections. Actually, you know what? You guys want to go meet him? You guys want to go meet the man with the connections? No, I better not. He's the super. He gets me what I want when I want it. He knows who's the real boss. Okay, guys, have an awesome Tuesday. I'll see you guys on socio media. Bye-bye.